Will 2025 be the year that Jackson Holliday finally breaks out? Many coaches, players, and even the GM Mike Elias has raved about his offseason progression and how he thinks Jackson Holliday will have a big year in 25. Welcome to Orioles Digest. I'm your host, Kam Brice. And like I say in every video, before you do anything, hit that subscribe button. If you are a part of this percentage, let's change that today. Come join Orioles Digest. We're giving you daily updates about the Baltimore Orioles every single day that you don't want to miss. We're in week 2 of spring training, and many Baltimore Orioles players have been at the top of the headlines. But one guy is Jackson Holliday that the media is currently raving about. Jackson Holliday. During the final week of the season, Holliday said he was just messing around in the cage with Cody Ashe when he was mimicking Otani's swing. It put me in a good position to hit. I was hitting good BP with it. I was like, okay, why not? Now, that was Jackson Holliday's comments at the end of last year when he changed his swing around. And now, in spring training, many reporters are starting to rave about how Jackson Holliday might have a breakout year in 2025. Jackson Holliday going to have a breakout year in 2025? What are his projections? So Fangraphs is obviously the biggest baseball analytic outlet out there. If you guys want to look up stats, anything projections for 2025, 2026, Fangraphs is the amazing place to go. Now they put up several projections of Baltimore's players, and Jackson Holliday's projections is not what I expected. So they have Holliday hitting around 11 to 12 home runs. I expect Holliday to be well over 17, might cap out at 19 home runs. I believe he has untapped potential, untapped power that he can possibly get into with this new swing. Now, the RBI is a little low. I don't think Jackson Holliday is going to have under 50 RBIs in the season. I think he'll be very productive, especially with the new swing and especially with him hitting line drives. Now, the strikeouts is very concerning. Now, I don't quietly agree with these projections because at the end of last year, Holliday looked like one of the Orioles' best hitters for that last couple weeks of the season. Now, if we barely look at these projections, a OPS at .700, I don't think Holliday will hit that bad. We have to remember he's one of the best prospects we've ever seen. And in the minor leagues, he dominated. And he came up to the MLB at a kind of pivotal race for the playoffs, so he was put in bad position and he didn't succeed. Like most guys who come up to the MLB, they don't succeed. They go back down, they work on stuff. So I think Jackson Holliday is going to exceed all these projections. I think Fangraphs kind of disrespected him. Also, Zips disrespected him. I don't know why they have Jackson Holliday hitting around 45 RBIs. I don't see that, especially with the bats he'll be getting, the runners in scoring position opportunities he will get, and probably that 7 through 8 hole. I expect Jackson Holliday to probably be in that 1-2 spot by the end of the season. That's where we need him. If he can be a good hitter, like he said he will, because his swing has changed. Now the average is sitting around 233. I believe Jackson Holliday is going to average. Now the average is sitting around 233. I believe Holliday is going to bat well over 260. He's that good of a ball player. People don't realize this guy has so much talent, and he's been very underrated right now. I know he had a bad year last year, rookie season. Okay, he was 20 years old. He's developed. He's put on a lot of weight. And later in this video, I'm going to talk about why that's very important. But let's get into the next topic of the day. Can Jackson Holliday be a superstar in the MLB? Being a superstar in MLB is very hard. Right now, I believe there's 7 to 10 superstars. Bobby Witt, Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, Gunnar Henderson. Possibly you could throw Adley Rutschman in there. But there's only a couple guys, also including Francisco Lindor. I didn't want to leave him out because he is a superstar, especially what he's done over his past couple teams he's been with. Now, Jackson Holliday can be a superstar in this league. He has untapped potential on that base paths. He has great defense and he has sneaky power. And I say sneaky because this is a guy that can potentially hit up to 27 to 30 home runs in his career once he bulks up. And he has been doing that. If you watch this spring training, Jackson Holliday looks great in BP, driving the ball, miles per hour up. Remember last year, he was hitting the ball at an exit velocity around 105. This year is well up to 115. So if he can make changes like that through an offseason, how is he going to look when he's 25, 26 years old? We have to remember he just turned 21 years old. I think this year, Holliday doesn't drive over 20 home runs, well over 80 RBIs, but has a batting average sitting around 290 and the OPS well over 800. Very successful year for Holliday. This is all about developing at the majors. He's developed at the minors. Now it's time to develop at the majors. I think he'd be a very good guy for this team for the long run. Now, to answer my question, yes, Jackson Holliday can be a superstar in this league. Things take time, and you have to have guys like these develop over time. For Jackson Holliday, it's all about being health, being available, being able to hit every single day. And another thing, he has to steal bases this year. He's a very fast guy. He's a five-tool player. Five-tool players don't come around often in the MLB. So he has to use all of his advantages. Very big guy, only 21 years old, like I've said before. He's young. Let's give him time. But once again, I believe Jackson Holliday will be a superstar one day in the MLB. What are coaches and scouts from the Baltimore Orioles camp saying about Jackson Holliday this spring? This picture should explain everything that you've heard about Jackson Holliday over Twitter and over social media. Just look at those arms. Now, talking about Jackson Holliday, just look at those arms. He looks massive. This is not the 19-year-old, 18-year-old, 20-year-old small Jackson Holliday that we used to see. This is a grown man who's playing a grown man sport. He noticed in the offseason he had to eat more meat. He had to eat more protein. He had to work out like an MLB player. And look at him. He's added over 15 pounds of muscle. Guys, earlier in the video, I said he was hitting the ball at 105 miles per hour last year. It's up to 115. He has all the attributes. Now he has the physical frame to be an everyday second baseman and possibly be one of the best contact hitters in the MLB with generational power that will come later in his career. As he gets older, he will develop more strengths, he will develop more techniques, and the power will come. But for right now, I think Jackson Holliday is doing everything he can do to be better. Even in BP, Brandon Hyde said, this kid has some of the best BP I've ever seen. And going back to Brandon Hyde, he had Samuel Bazial, Dylan Beavers, and all like the prospects that were invited to spring training to come up 2 weeks earlier than every other single player on the roster. He said Jackson Holliday impressed him so much. Going back to his point about his swing, we saw that he mimicked an Otani swing. That leg kick that he had was kind of a toe tap. It was a timing issue with him. And we saw at the end of the year, if you see it on Twitter, Jacob Calvin Meyer posted a very good video. He's from the Baltimore Sun about Jackson Holliday's swing compared to the start of 2024, then the end of 2024. It looks completely different and it looks very fluid. This is a guy who's going to be very dangerous in this league. Got that swing timing down. He wants to be a contact hitter. And Brandon Hyde emphasized one thing to Jackson Holliday. Be a line drive hitter. The home runs will come. The powers, the doubles, the triples, they will come. But hit gappers. Hit the ball straight up the middle of the field. Hit line drives because that's what the Baltimore's need to do this year. And I think that's the formula that everyone on the team should adapt this year. They hit way too many home runs last year. And with this new philosophy and new hitting coaches developing these players in the right formula, I think Jackson Holliday will take off in 2025. Well, that's all we have for today, folks. Thank you for joining Orioles Digest. We're giving you daily updates about the Baltimores every single day. So turn on post notifications on. Hit that subscribe button below because I'm giving you daily updates that you don't want to miss. Thank you. From Orioles Digest, I'm Kam Brice.